Professor of Finance at the University of Ghana Business School, Professor Lord Mensah, says Ghana's conclusion of the debt restructuring with official creditors is a signal that the country's economic outlook will improve, but is expressing doubts about the feasibility of the Cedi appreciating within a short period. Finance Minister Mohamed Amin Adam announced yesterday that Ghana's debt restructuring program with its official creditors has officially come to an end. According to him, not only has the government restructured its $5.1 billion with the creditors, but has also concluded restructuring of $13.1 billion with Eurobond holders. He spoke at a town hall meeting in the UK, where the said government has saved the country $8 billion.
Even with the difficulties we are facing today, COVID, Russia, Ukraine war, the whole world suffering from these issues, your government is growing the Ghanaian economy. The Ghanaian economy is growing every day. The NDC says we are not developing, that nothing is happening. And I just want to give you a few figures on what is happening. So in 2022, the size of our economy, what we call GDP, gross domestic product, was 614 billion Ghana cedis. In 2023, the size of the economy was 841 billion Ghana cedis. From 614 to 841 billion Ghana cedis, just 2022 and 2023. If the government is doing nothing, the economy will not grow. And of course, it's not only the government, the private sector is also doing a lot. Those of you who are sending remittances, to Ghana, you are all contributing to this economic growth. During the NDC time, the GDP contracted. 2015, 2016, the GDP contracted. In dollar terms, from $64 billion to $60 billion. What happened with the MPP? We took it from the $60 billion, and by the end of 2023, the size of the GDP was $80 billion. Nana Akufo-Addo and your government added $20 billion to the size of the economy. In fact, this year, 2024, Ghana is going to cross the 1 trillion Ghana cedi mark in terms of the size of the GDP. We are going to take it from 841 billion to 1.2 trillion Ghana cedis. That is an economy that is growing in spite of all the challenges that we are talking about. And this is reflecting in our standards of living. What we call per capita income. If they were to distribute Ghana's money, Ghana's GDP amongst us, how will we share it? It increased. In 2016, it was 7,000 Ghana cedis. By 2018, it increased to 9,800 Ghana cedis. By the end of 2023, it increased to 25,000 Ghana cedis. In dollar terms, we have increased the per capita income from $1,800 in 2016 to $2,400 by the end of 2023. That is an economy that is growing. And so if somebody tells you we are doing nothing, please tell the person to go and see the figures. For per capita income alone, from 1,800 to 2,400, is no mean achievement. Now we come to...
We can now listen to Professor of Finance from the University of Ghana Business School, Professor Lord Mensah, who says the minister's projections of the Cedi appreciating within a short period is not feasible.
The restructuring at this time, the agreement that we've gotten can only give us a signal, to the economy as far as our exchange rate is concerned, as far as all the other economic indicators that are tied to, debt service is concerned. So talking about inflation and other things. But you see, this is just a signal. when you achieve a restructuring, it does not necessarily mean that, your economy is going to be on a good footing, in a sense that after the restructuring, you are now going to service your debt. And I'm asking myself, when, the finance minister announced the agreement that, look, we've gotten, a restructuring agreement with Euro bondholders, and at the same time, the OCC, which is the official, main creditors, commercial creditors. So effectively, if we should resume our debt payment after the, restructuring, how would the economy look like? Those are the questions we need to ask ourselves. But as we speak now, we are not servicing our external debt, but we can see the exchange rate, the Cedi depreciating against the dollar and all the other major currencies. So after, achieving this restructuring, where are we going to cough the dollars? And I heard the finance minister talk about saving Ghana about 8 billion cedis. Why did you go in for debt restructuring? You went in for debt restructuring because you don't have the money. You see a short-term stability, but then the reality will dawn on us when we receive the IMF inflow and at the same time, we start servicing our debt.